So here's the scenario for you. You go to the salon, go get your nails done, only to get home and not really be a fan of the new shape you've gotten. That's happened to me many a time, not by going to the salon myself, but actually by getting my nails done with myself. In this case, for example, I'm wearing square and I can only do the corners for so long. So today I'm going to show you how you can safely transition your current manicure's shape to the one that you now actually want. So let's do it. So here is my current manicure situation. As you can tell, my grow out is not a lot, and that's because my nails are relatively new. And so spending a lot of time at home, taking care of the family, I need a manicure that's not consistently like feeling present for me. And I find that a square shape really creates that annoyance to me. So within like a week, I was like ready to give up this square shape. So I'm gonna turn these into almond. Now, typically when you go from square to almond, I actually recommend that you just file with a medium abrasive. So like a medium file, a 180 grit, maybe 150, that would be okay too. In this case, I am actually going to do something a little bit more bold, and I'm actually going to clip the corners. So when you clip them with a clipper nipper, you just have to be really careful that you don't bend the nail too much so that it just kind of like splits right at the edge, because now you're going to start having splitting once you file your nails. So here's what I will do. So here's my manicure. As you can see, I'm already kind of missing a couple corners. As you can also see, I don't have a lot of grow out. So my manicure is pretty fresh. It's probably about a week old. This I actually cut with the knife, the kitchen knife. So ideally, I wouldn't recommend that you clip your nails, because once you clip them, you're gonna cause some sort of lifting at the edge. But I'm feeling a little bit bold and I'm gonna do it, and I'm just gonna show you how to safely do it. Ideally, what I would suggest is that you shape the nail, right, with a 150 grit board file. You can do it with a 182. In my case, I wanna go from square to almond, so I'm just going to do like here, right? I kind of already have this side. All I have to do now is just make it straight. You see? And once I curve that in, I'm going to start having my almond or oval nail there. How do I do that to the rest of the nails, right? So what you want to do, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to take my nail, this is a nail clipper or nail clipper nipper. Nail nipper. So it's meant to cut nail, it's meant to cut fake nails, it's meant to cut anything but skin. Okay, so that's very important. You don't want to be using your nippers, your cuticle nippers, your skin nippers to cut plastic, to cut nails, toenails, ingrowns, whatever it may be. Cuticle nippers are just for that, cuticles or soft skin. Okay, so I have my nails, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of the corners. You want to make sure that you clip with the curvature. I'm just going to cut these corners like right there at diagonal. Right there. Don't cut too much. And I actually want you to cut less than you think you need to cut. Okay. The reason for that is because you can always file in more if you need to. But if you cut too much, then how are you going to put that length back? And I don't want you to mess up your new manicure again. We're assuming that you're still working on a very new manicure. So just enough to get the corners out of the way. And more here. And more there. Okay. Now I want to take the middle part of my cuticle and kind of find the middle point here also. So what I can do, I can actually mark it. Why not, right? It's not going to be permanent, but let's see if I can get like a little point there, right? Just some sort of, see, here's the middle of my cuticle. And likewise here. All right. And you want to be very gentle because technically we are only reshaping. We are not going to rebuild it. We are not going to touch it up with a base, with a builder, anything. We're just going to reshape. So if you're just going to use a file, then just do very gentle, like so. And rather than putting your board file on top of the nail, try to put it down here, like kind of bring it in a little bit, just a little bit. That way you're not filing off your top coat. Just know that you can use regular top coat on your gel manicure because again, you're just kind of reshaping. So already these are looking like mega good, right? Like if I'm just reshaping, you may want to revisit a previous video that we have on how to file and shape your natural nails. And so I'll just kind of give you a little bit of the context of that video. Basically, again, middle of your cuticle area to middle point here, you're aligning also that nail to the bone of your finger, making sure that it follows through. And you've already taken the sides with a clipper. And then essentially also, this is very important, you want to envision the invisible rectangle. So the invisible rectangle is from here to here, that's 2 points, right? And then here to here. So you just want to marry all of that together. And now that I've kind of gotten rid of the excess with my board file and also my cuticle nippers or my nail nippers, you want to grab an emery board. Let's see, I'm gonna use just my metal file, but any strong emery board will work. If you're a regular of this channel, you know that my favorite files are from Leaf Gel. And so this is an emery board. It's very thin, it's a little bendy, and I'm just gonna use it to gently taper everything that I've done now. So now I'm going to connect the corner here, right? Bring it in to the middle point. Okay. And again, this is if you're trying to shape your nails after a manicure that you weren't necessarily too keen on, or you changed your mind about the shape of that manicure, okay? Same thing here. Get rid of this corner because you're doing almond. Bring it into the center. And you want to do it this way, okay? One side at a time in one direction. This is going to ensure that you don't, cause any splitting or lifting by going back and forth. Once in a while, you may have to saw back and forth, but it's just to clean it up, essentially. Okay? So the sides are coming along very nicely. See that? Do the same thing here and here. And one more time. Don't saw back and forth. What you don't want to do is dig your file in here and do all of that, because you can cause damage from the nail plate to the nail bed. It might start lifting there. So just gently round it out. Okay. Okay, so you realize that I'm actually not even touching too much the point of my nail here. So I'm just kind of leaving that alone. I'm not touching this point here. It kind of just works itself out. Now I wouldn't do this type of reshaping on a French tip nail because with that white, anytime you break the seal from a French tip white, it's just going to collect pigment from your clothing, or there's going to be like a thermal reaction to it when it comes to with fire or close to a heat source. It's just not pretty, so I wouldn't recommend reshaping your nails if you do have a French on. All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean these, and we're almost done. Just tidying them up. I like to do a dry brush first, and then we're going to take our alcohol solution, repeat, and get underneath the nails. And that's it. We've gone from square to round, and without disturbing anything else in the manicure. That's it. I hope that was easy. I hope it helped you switch your manicure over from a square shape to an almond. If you're like me and after like 3 days you're like done with the corners. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the description box. Usually we have some free resources for you as well as discount codes for you to enjoy on products that we know, like, and trust. If you're interested in learning about nail entrepreneurship and specializing in Japanese gel nails, make sure to check out our Facebook group. Also, it's a tight, private, niche community of Japanese gel nail users. All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.